In 1933, the most famous Jewish person in the world, perhaps second only to Jesus, was forced to flee Nazi Germany after his research was labeled as Jewish physics by the Nazis. They put a bounty on his head, confiscated his property, and he arrived in Princeton as a refugee, searching for a sanctuary where he could think in peace and escape the growing darkness in Europe. I'm standing right now outside 1112 Mercer Street, considered by many to be the most famous address in science. This is the modest White House where Albert Einstein moved into in 1935, and he lived in these very walls for 20 years until the day he died. This very porch saw some of history's greatest minds, from the mathematician Kurt Gödel to the legendary African-American singer Marian Anderson, who Einstein hosted after the local hotels refused to board her due to segregation at the time. Einstein was a brilliant but also a complex man. He was a proud Jew, but he was also technically an agnostic. He didn't believe in the religious type of personal God that interfered in our lives and gave us rewards and punishments. He believed in more of a Spinoza-style God, where a God that could be found within the order and the beauty and the nature of the universe. So in 1952, after the death of the first president of Israel, David Ben-Gurion offered Einstein the presidency of Israel, which he declined. It was shortly before his death. He was in that house, in that study, when he declined it and when he received it. His views on Zionism were kind of complex. He definitely believed in the idea of a Jewish homeland in Palestine to save the Jews from persecution, but he also was very skeptical of creating a nationalist state. He worried about the moral degeneracy that could occur, and he really believed in a state where Jews and Arabs lived in one state together with equal rights. So those views kind of didn't fall into line with other prominent Zionist thinkers of his day. It was more nuanced. So he spent his last 2 decades working tirelessly in this house on the theory of everything. He never quite cracked it, but he never stopped trying. And before he passed away in 1955, one of the requests in his will was that this house should never be turned into a museum. He didn't want it to become a shrine. And so it remains private property till this day.